Welcome back,
Oh
folks.
my god.
As you see, we no longer have to introduce ourselves
Yeah.
because it's just jumping right out at you. So, gotta love
We're
that.
gonna do like different themes for like different holidays and
Yeah, when,
you know,
when Halloween comes around, it'll be like a little orange one that's spooky. We'll dress
just
up.
one tiny pumpkin.
What are we gonna dress up as on Halloween?
Listen, I had a Godzilla costume as a kid
Ooh,
that I wore like 3 years in a row, and then when I started getting really tall, I just wore Ghostface from Scream because
it's classic.
yeah,
That's all you have to throw on is just that.
because it was the one that had the blood underneath, and then you could pump it in the and
Yeah, that
the
was
blood
cool.
would run down. Dude, I love that shit. That was such a
Yeah.
dope fucking mask.
Oh, those are really cool. Happy Memorial Day, everyone.
Yeah, that's right.
I
Hope everyone is either getting a nice 4 or 3 day weekend. I am not, so that's all right.
Hey, holiday pay?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, that makes up for it at least a little
Yeah,
bit.
nobody's gonna be there. Fuck it. It'll be easy enough.
Yeah. I know. I didn't realize I had it off, and then everyone around me was like, "You don't have Memorial Day off," and I'm like, "Am I supposed to?"
Yeah,
And then
yeah. It's one of
Rich told me,
the 7 or 8 or whatever they
the federally observed ones. So
Yeah,
go out there, pay your respects. Go visit, whoever you need to. I need to get down and go see Furlough.
yeah.
It's been a while.
It's definitely has been a while.
Mm. Well, welcome to episode 37, folks.
Yeah.
I've got some juicy stuff. So
Well, but hold on. Before we start.
Ooh.
So this is. I don't think we're gonna do it every week. This is just something I want to ask you and everyone else too.
All right.
What are you guys playing? Like game wise,
Oh.
because we just got was it First Descendant, the like quote unquote other Destiny killer, because they had like a closed beta like last October, and now they're doing another one. So I know that just dropped. A lot of DLCs for games coming out, so just see what everyone's playing.
Interesting. Personally, I've been slacking hard. I
Yeah, I
haven't
haven't
been
seen you playing
playing
much.
Yeah, I'll hop in and play some EA PGA, some golf.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of relaxing. I found a game my brother and his buddy found. It's like Rocket League except golf. It's called like
Is it Disc
Nitro
Jam?
Shot. No,
Oh,
it's something I don't know. It's like $6, but it's fun. It's exactly like Rocket League, like total ripoff, but then just
yeah.
with big golf courses. And that's a lot
Listen,
of
some
fun.
games are just perfect like that,
Yeah.
Like I was just watching the speed. Funnily enough, just watching the speed run of. You remember Marble Blast Ultra for the Xbox 360 arcade?
That sounds really familiar.
It was like you just play as marble and you go through levels and you have like different
Oh,
abilities, like a
dude.
jump and a hover.
Oh my god, that game was so good.
Perfect, right? Great game. So they excuse me, like back in 2018, they did like not a remake, but kind of like a rehashing. It's like, oh yeah, here's a new version of this game. I was just watching the speedrun of that, so that was pretty good.
Oh.
But here's one I know you'll be happy that I'm playing. Fucking Horizon Forbidden West.
Oh,
I finally started putting my claws into that this morning.
what a beautiful
Dude,
game, man.
I did not want to put it down, man.
Uh,
Like it was time for bed, dude. I'm sitting there, it's like 3 a.m. I'm like, dude, I gotta go to bed.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, those games, they just, first of all, and somebody brought it up on a video I saw.
Oh, that guy.
The reason no, not the rating guy.
Oh,
the reason I think a lot of, in terms of the online discourse with how games look is because you have a game like that runs well, that plays well, that looks amazing. There is
because I'm playing it on PC.
Yeah.
4K. I have as much turned up as it goes, dude. I'm just sitting there, just like I would stop for like every couple minutes. I'd be playing or whatever, and I'd stop and see like a vista and just like look and I go, damn.
Yeah.
Like, dude,
there's no drawback with that game. It's not like, oh, it looks amazing, but the gameplay is garbage. Like, no, it feels great. There's so much to the world. It's so dense.
Yeah, and I'm infinitely liking it more than the first game for me.
Yeah, yeah, they definitely made a lot of
you know
good
how I
improvements.
felt about the first game. So I tried. I gave it I put like a good 20 or 25 hours in it or whatever, and I was like, this is just not really for me right now. I'm not feeling it. Maybe playing this and maybe going back to this one, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm infinitely enjoying this more. So once we're done with this, I'm just gonna hop right back into that because I've been itching to get back in and play because I'm
Yeah.
like, I need more of this, man. It's way funner than the first one.
You know the story of the first one, right?
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
because even though I
'Cause-
didn't finish the game, I still would pay attention, and then I had to look up like a video afterward. And even the beginning of this one, they give you like a quick rundown again. I was just like, oh yeah,
yeah.
that's right, that happened.
Yeah, still
So
one of the coolest game twists I've ever
yeah,
personally
yeah.
experienced. Dude, I thought I had it. I thought I knew going in, and then they just pull it out like, "Oh, just
Yeah.
kidding. Here's what happened." It's like, "What?" Oh my god. But
I
yeah,
still remember the first. Well, there's a couple for me. The one in KOTOR is pretty good.
oh, that you find out that you're Revan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you just like,
Nani? Dude,
as
his
a kid, I didn't
story
know
is
I didn't know who
so
that guy
cool.
was. I was like, oh, who
Yeah.
is this guy?
I cannot
Yeah.
wait. They put out a thing recently that they're still working on it,
Yeah,
which
that'd
I
be
don't
dope.
care. Take 10 years, make it perfect. Like I just oh god, I am so
Yeah,
excited.
I just don't know why they don't do. They can canonize some of these guys a little bit more. They should have done a like Tales of the Jedi, Tales of the Sith type thing, like every week for like 10 weeks, 12 weeks.
Hmm.
New episode, each a different Jedi, each a different Sith, every single week. A
Yeah.
quick like 10-15 minute episode or whatever that'll give you the story, some backstory, some more important lore of the characters.
Hmm.
Because they did it with Count Dooku, and they gave him
Oh,
a that was solid.
oh yeah. I
Like I said,
watched
Count Dooku
Tales.
being one of my favorite parts of the prequel movies. I just
You can really see he is Qui-Gon if Qui-Gon fell. You
yes,
can see
absolutely.
it. You can see they are
Because
so
he
similar.
still has like it's the demeanor for me. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't
Yeah.
act like a Sith. He's not like, well, he's a little proud, he's a little boastful, but he's not like super arrogant. You know what I'm saying? He knows his skill set, even though he's a little
Hmm.
bit older. He's wise as fuck. He's experienced as shit.
Yeah, he's very proud of what he personally can do, like his
Hmm.
abilities. But in terms of like your typical Sith and their values, he doesn't give a damn. He's just like
No.
the Jedi fell.
Yes.
That's why I'm here. Not necessarily because I'm some evil, hate-seeking individual. It's like the Jedi are failing,
Yeah.
so I have
And
to try
if
another way.
nobody else sees it but me, you know,
Yeah.
I've tried
Oh,
diplomacy, I've tried this, I've tried that. We can't go that
man.
for any further. Like I
Yeah.
said, that scene in episode 2 where he's got Obi-Wan on Geonosis and he's talking, he's like, what if I told you that a Dark Lord controlled the Senate? He's like, I wouldn't believe
Mhm.
And he's like, well, it's true. It's like, imagine if Obi-Wan believed him, you know. And I have the book. I have a Master and Apprentice. It's the
Mhm.
book with Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan. And it goes over a little bit of that too, but God, that shit is so good, man. Listen,
It
that's
really
when,
is.
to me, we talked about it. That's when Star Wars is at its best. You know what I'm saying? When like it's just the stories are just done so well, and we're just getting like, because to me, one character in Star Wars is can already be filled with so much like backstory and lore and shit like that. Just to have like a dozen of them on screen, it's like, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Imagine all the
I
love and shit. Like, man,
I agree, man. It's so cool. And I mean, we've talked at length on just how interesting every aspect of Star Wars is. Not just the
hmm
Jedi and the Sith, but again, like Andor and whatnot. I did watch Tales of the Empire. I enjoyed it. Not what I expected.
yeah,
I feel like uh, they've been kind of hit or miss with some of these side projects. Tales of the Jedi, amazing. Tales of the
yeah,
Empire, should the first group of episodes of Tales of the Empire been on the Morgan Elsbeth chick? No. Probably
yeah.
should have been on like early Vader in between episode 3 and 4, what that looked
Because
like,
I get what
or
they're trying to
early
do.
Sidious or something like that.
Yeah,
I you
you
know,
know,
I
because
think
it's a
that
character for the show that they want to like get a little bit more meat to, which is fine.
yeah.
But I feel like that could have been something they did in the show. I don't think your character was like beloved enough to
Yeah, definitely not.
deserve some of that. So yeah, you're right. I still haven't got around to the Tales of the Empire yet, though.
Yeah.
But
That's
they
how I
should have
feel
did
about
something with Jedi and Sith. That would have been perfect. Go over our fan favorites, go over some people we don't know about.
yeah, especially for the first episodes. Like again,
Mhm.
the first episodes they did Count Dooku and didn't they do a little bit of Ahsoka too? Yeah.
Yeah.
Both fan favorites.
Mm.
And like you don't know, about Ahsoka early on. You don't know anything about Dooku. Cool. Again, do early Sidious. Or
Something, man.
yeah,
You know, and this is something I think they're afraid of doing. I think they're afraid of making a lot of shit canon that you know they might not like want to have canon, or like
there's a lot
or
that's
like doing
canon
it
in
wrong and shit.
books that
That's true.
I think they could do that because a lot of people aren't. Some people don't read, and I get
No,
it. Like reading, I
motherfuckers can
just got
barely
back
write,
into.
man.
I just got back into reading, and I'm like deeply enjoying it. But like some people,
Mm,
they don't have time or they got better things to do. Whatever, cool. Bring that to the media. Like,
yeah,
there's a book that goes over how Sidious like killed off Plagueis,
yeah.
and like what the process was. Cool. Make that an episode. Like, oh, okay, that's where it all led up to. Like, I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
that's the
fair.
entire prequel trilogy is showing how he became Vader,
True.
and it
Man,
killed.
dude,
So yeah,
damn, this shit's so good, man.
yeah. So
That
I
I'm keep getting reminded of that damn edit that I sent you with Luke and Vader on Endor, and they're talking in episode 6, and like it just like
it's too
cuts of
late,
Anakin, and I'm just like, it hurts, man. It hurts every time.
man. Yeah, that's the same. I felt the same way about the Echo show from
Oh, I haven't
Marvel.
got around to that. Yeah,
One of those like, yeah, this character shows up in Hawkeye. Let's make
hmm
an entire show about her. I'm like, really?
yeah.
Like, I I can't say that I was dying to. I mean, and the show itself was just kind of. Like the best part of it was D'Onofrio's Kingpin. Like
Yeah,
he steals the show just every time, and so getting more of him was cool. But the show, it was only okay. Like it was very mildly like
we're
lukewarm.
so yeah. Star Wars.
Technical difficulties, folks. No, yeah, you were saying we were getting into the Fortnite era of
Yeah, where
Marvel.
it's like it's cookie cutter. You know what I'm saying? It's like stuff that appeals to everybody and everyone because they realize that you can't appeasing diehard fans doesn't do well because no matter what, your show's gonna get called garbage, or man, they should have just followed the book, or they should have just did that or this. And you really can't appeal to like general audiences because they just won't understand anything. Like all the backstory and everything kind of just goes out the window. Like, oh yeah, we know who Anakin is, we know who Luke and Leia are, but who are these people? And I haven't seen the last 8 years of Star Wars stuff, so it just becomes general feed for whatever. Then they make something like Andor, or they make something like Mandalorian that just like is so standout and so good, but because it's so simple to understand,
Yeah, and there's
Andor is
no
is literally just a fight for hope, a fight for survival in a galaxy being overridden by tyranny.
yeah
And Mandalorian is just
with
like a man protecting a child. Like,
with the single best monologue.
dude, it's fucking great.
Oh my
Stellan
god.
Stellan Skarsgård could be one of the greatest actors of all time, and I will stand, but because that motherfucker is great in Dune, and that dude is fantastic in fucking Andor.
Yeah.
That speech
Oh,
is, dude.
it encapsulates all that the rebellion is. It
Yes,
encapsulates like what it takes. And this is something I was listening to Alex Hormozy. He's this big like business mogul online.
yeah.
He
I think
talks
I've seen the
about
guy
like,
with the bit long beard.
yeah, you vastly underestimate how much work it takes to be successful.
Yeah,
Like, it's not they're not doing double the work, they're doing like 100 times the work. And that speech, it just feels like I'm not just sacrificing, like a family. I'm sacrificing everything. I'm giving
yeah,
every ounce of effort, blood, sweat, and tears into this, knowing that I'm not going to be here for it.
yeah.
And oh, oh, God.
Like I said, if you guys haven't watched Andor because it's boring or whatever the case is, dude, wake the fuck up, man. That is the best single piece of Star Wars media since Rogue One. Honest to God.
Mm, yeah, I could get behind that.
Because again, they're both
Yeah.
stories about the same thing. It's
Yeah.
something that we can relate to a lot more than just like
Yeah.
a Jedi or a Sith or a galaxy, a fight that, again, we won't be here to see. You know what I'm saying? But it impacts me now. It'll impact my family, impact my friends.
Right.
Like I said,
And I mean,
that's
everybody
what it
wants to
is.
fight for hope. Like,
Yes,
but it's hard. It's hard to fight for hope.
yes, true hope.
Yeah. It's hard to
Yes,
fight when there's not some immediate, like, oh, this is the result. Like
Yeah.
just hoping that you have a future. That's hard.
Because just imagine this, right? You spend your whole life in war, or you spend your whole life in tyranny, right? You grow up, you escape like the system, you go on, you become a rebel fighter, this and that, and then you die. And then 3 weeks later, guess what? The Battle of Yavin exists, and now everyone's free again. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yep.
like you live your whole life in nothingness to achieve something that you won't see. Like that's the point. You know?
Man.
It's like there's no immediate gratification to succeeding, Like you will die, but if you can guarantee success for someone outside of yourself, that is the point.
God, what a great show.
Yes.
Oh. So, in that same vein, I binged X-Men 97
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
because I was tired of seeing clips. I'm like, all right, I need to watch this. I don't want to be spoiled. I will stand on a hill and defend it till I die. This is the single best piece of Marvel media since Infinity War.
Damn.
And like, I don't even think it's close.
That's bold, man.
I enjoy watching Endgame more than Infinity War, but I recognize Infinity War, I think, is a better written movie.
Mm.
Dude, X-Men 97, it was, oh my God, it was beautiful. The characters, all of the little references that if you're paying attention, you might miss. Like, not like crazy, oh, some deep knowledge, but like, oh, look at that
Yeah.
character, or oh, oh my God. What an incredible, I'm so glad they're going back and doing that because as a kid, you see a character with like a power set or whatnot, or some ability, and you say, oh, well, why aren't they doing that? Or why
Yeah.
don't they just do that? And because now they have such good technology to be able to animate stuff, oh, what if they did that?
Yeah.
Like, what if, it's not really a spoiler. First episode, Cyclops comes in, and
Oh, just
it's like,
obliterates.
it's like, oh, what if he shot at the ground to use as like a dodge to propel him to be able to dodge shit?
Oh,
And so, and like jumps him across the room. And I'm like, that is so cool. And that's a little thing you wouldn't think about, but it makes sense.
interesting.
Or, if he's like falling, he can shoot down to
To
propel him
slow,
up.
yeah.
Yeah. It's like,
Yeah, shit. That's actually
oh,
crazy.
yeah. It's so good, man.
It's like the first
Oh,
time
man.
we see Hulk use the thunderclap.
Yeah.
And it's just like that actually makes sense because if you were like a near indestructible being, you were as strong as that in the force of your hand. Like, yeah, no shit.
Yeah, the shockwave from that slap would
Yeah.
put out the flames or whatnot. Like, it's so cool, man. And they do justice for so many characters. Rogue,
Mm-hmm.
oh my God. Like, Rogue in the movies is just pitiful. Like, Rogue in
Yeah.
this show, woo! And Magneto, oh God, they're just, it's so good. It's everything you want.
Yeah.
Like,
I
oh,
I,
what if
th- I
this
think
cool
it's the
character
same.
showed up and they're
Yeah.
there,
I think it's the same boat because again, I was just been seeing a bunch of clips. I'm like, I should really get around to watching that.
It is so worth it. And
Yeah.
especially you, like, I know you're a big X-Men fan.
I love those guys, man.
Dude, it is incredible. I finished. I'm like, please make more of this.
I mean,
I know the. Go ahead.
I'm pretty sure it was already confirmed for like 2 seasons or an extra 2 seasons or something like that, right?
Oh, I know the director just got canned. The guy who, or one of the lead like writers or something. So
Didn't know that.
I'm a little scared. Maybe they already had it finished though. One can hope.
Let's hope.
But dude, it was breathtaking. Like, oh,
Some shows are just like that,
yeah. It was incredible. We went and saw Furiosa yesterday.
I heard that's getting great reviews.
Very good. Very
So,
good.
I've seen
I'd
some
have to watch
people.
it. No, go ahead.
I would say I've seen some people online saying that the CG's bad and stuff like that. I'm like, I mean, I watched the trailer and I was like, I could see what they're talking about, but like, man, is that really going to take you out of the whole movie? Like one scene,
Not at all.
And it's like unless it's super like consistent throughout the whole movie, I'm just like,
I have to watch it again to compare it to Mad Max. I think Fury Road is a little better.
Yeah,
But
and
again,
Max
I'd have to
is
watch it again. But
man. That shit was yeah, dude.
it's also because like Hardy is so good. Like he plays that
Mhm.
role so well. Um, but man, it was good. It was oh my god, Chris Hemsworth. You get to see a lot of his range.
Yeah,
Like he does a great job. And
people
of
forget that he
course,
was an actor before he
Thor.
was Thor. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, he did great. Anya Taylor-Joy, she played Furiosa really well. Like like really well.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
she's a good
that was a great time.
actress.
Yeah.
You know, she's solid.
I mean, the first time I saw her, I think was her Netflix show Queen's Gambit, the chess
Queen's
show,
Gambit. Yeah,
and that show was incredible. That was one of those
I
like, oh, a show about chess. There's no way
yeah.
that can be entertaining, and it was.
I mean, it's a true story, man. You know,
Yeah.
so it makes it even better. Um, I remember seeing her in that Split movie with and
Oh,
like the with the glass, and then
the multiple
all
personality dude.
yeah. She was in that, and I was like, yo, she's kind of killing us
That's right.
because
That's right.
yeah, it's a great movie,
Yeah,
and she was great in that. So
I need to go watch both of those. I didn't finish Split.
Split is very good.
Yeah,
Glass
I
was. I mean, the whole point of that series is that no one gets a happy ending, kind of too. So it's like
yeah.
cyberpunk in that way. It's like either you escape the city, but you're not yourself, or you die and continue living in the city as a, you know, dead, like an homage, essentially. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. Yeah.
Like, yeah, we always talk about this guy because he was cool and he was a badass.
Die a hero or live long enough to become a villain.
Not even that. Just die a hero,
No.
die nobody.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh
you know,
God. Yeah.
that's like one of the first big like thing because it was in the trailer for when the game got its official like gameplay trailer, like cinematic trailer, whatever. It's like go down in a blaze of glory or die on your back like a nobody. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Well, that's an easy choice. Well, it depends on how soon you die. And die at 20
yeah,
in glory, or die at 90 on your back. That's different.
yeah,
So I think I'd rather live another 70 years.
yeah.
But I mean, I like life, so I'm not itching
But
to.
somebody likes it twice as much.
Hmm.
They're living it.
That's true.
Imagine what we would do, not what we could do, but what we would do without the societal burden. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. Interesting. Why, dude? Why am I
That,
so pink?
I think
Damn.
maybe because my background is lighter. I don't know.
Maybe. Hmm.
Go gadget.
That's all right. Uh,
Uh,
what? So tell me what you. I sent it to you ahead of time. I didn't mean to, but
oh, that quote. I gotta
yeah.
reread what it said.
Trying is the choice minus the conviction.
That's right. And then what did I reply?
Do or do not. There is no try.
There is no try, my friend.
And again, that
That's how I
was
look at it.
yeah. Like I'm trying to, you know, stop my spending. I'm
Mm,
trying to exercise more. I'm trying to. It's like, are you though?
yeah.
Because if you had the conviction, like doctor told you you're gonna die in 6 months unless you exercise for an hour every day.
Mm,
You'd exercise every day.
yeah.
It just took that oomph, that kick in the ass. Like, okay, now I have the conviction to do this.
Mm,
So if you can do that yourself, like, man, I'm trying to get a promotion.
yeah.
It's just, I don't know. I feel like a lot of times when you hear that, you kind of wonder, like, but how hard? Or like, I've tried everything. Like,
Mm.
you've tried everything?
You've exhausted all options.
Yeah. Or you just tried to the point that you were still comfortable. And as soon as it became uncomfortable, you stopped.
Yeah.
Because I think that's where the actual change comes in, is when you're trying something that makes you uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Got me thinking.
Because it took me years. I literally probably within the last like 3 years, I finally put to terms my understanding of that Yoda quote.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't get it as a kid. You know, I didn't understand it. I was like, what does he mean, do or do not? There is no try. I'm like, I didn't. Never in my life did I get it till, like I said, probably within the last 3 years. It finally just clicked for me, and I was like, oh, you know what? That actually makes sense. You know, it's either getting done or it's not getting done. You know, trying is the act of trying to get it done. Yeah, but it's either done or not.
Yeah.
So
Trying is like the justification to yourself of,
yeah,
oh, this is why it's not done. It's like, well, it's
yeah,
just not done then. So, what do y'all think? You trying or you doing? Are
exactly.
you not doing, which is also okay.
Yes.
Like if you're not doing something, cool. Tell yourself you're not doing it. One thing I thought would be cool if, let's say, alternate realities are a thing, and you could peer into one,
Mm-hmm.
and you had the directive freedom to make one change to a character's story. Maybe they choose the other thing. Maybe they don't go down that path. They go down this path for like a character in cinema. You got 10 seconds. Who would you change and what would you make the change?
So it could be from only for movies,
No, you could do shows too.
or what
But
about
like,
games?
why not?
Oh shit.
You can,
This
yeah.
is
So
hard. This
you
is really on the spot question that I
yeah,
was not prepared for.
I think that'll make it more fun.
Because the first instinct is Star Wars, right? Anakin
Mhm.
never turns to the dark side, and he stays good, and yeah,
But
you know,
what would the change be? Not just he doesn't turn to the dark side. Like, what
yeah.
scene, what action would he take? What thing would he not do or do?
I don't know. This is hard.
Yeah,
It really is.
yeah. My first instinct was Obi-Wan when he gets to Mustafar. Instead
Uh,
of, when Anakin's, oh, I see through the lies of the Jedi. Instead of taking out his lightsaber, just like popping a squat and being like, Anakin, talk to me. You know, like he doesn't really do much to de-escalate.
yeah,
He just listens to what Anakin says and basically says, "No, you're wrong. No, what you believe." It's like that's never productive. Sit down. Like this is your Padawan. Try
yeah,
to understand where he's coming from. Let him know that you understand how he's feeling. Get through to him. Not just try to tell him he's wrong and boss him around. When does that work? And so I feel like that could have been a cool change. It might have helped, dissuade him.
yeah.
It was either that or Mace telling Anakin when he goes off to arrest the Emperor, like,
Mm,
oh, hey, if this proves to be true, like, we'll appoint you a master when I get back.
yeah.
Because there's I'm not sure if it's canon or if it's more like head plot stuff that when you become a master, there's like a restricted section of the library with knowledge that you can only
Mm,
access. And that's what Anakin wanted to see if he could save Padme.
yeah,
And because he wasn't a master, that's why he was so upset. I'm like, that's kind of cool if it's true.
yeah. I think I've heard that before.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know, man. For something, it's probably something Metal Gear Solid related.
Yeah.
Uh, what it is, I don't know. It would definitely be a more interesting story, I think, because in Metal Gear Solid 3, which is like canonically the first game in the series, right? Like characters were born before that game in that game's timeline that existed. So obviously whatever, but up to that point, it's like the first mission. This is the first time we come across Snake, Big Boss, or the boss who Snake kills and becomes Big Boss. But in that one, major spoilers for Metal Gear Solid 3, by the way, if you've never played it. So if you don't care or whatever, sure, continue. But yeah. So in that one, uh, he essentially what happens is there's a machine that uh, is supposedly capable of launching a nuke from anywhere in the world. So it machines. Um, so that one is called the Shagohod, and it's a like tank with treads that will drive and it'll go up to speed. It has jet engines that'll get up to speed, and you can launch a nuke like twice the distance from that speed. So because remember the powers back then for missiles that probably go a couple hundred or a couple thousand miles. With this, you can launch one even further than that. You know, so it was made to launch nukes from anywhere in the world. Essentially, it was just a weapon of mass destruction that would carry whatever.
Interesting. Yeah. So if the vehicle's already at speed that the missile needs to be at, then that's less work the
Yeah,
missile has to do to get up to speed, so it
yeah,
can use the fuel to get farther.
yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
So in that timeline, essentially what happens is there's a woman called the Boss. He essentially betrays America. He sides with Russia at the time uh, to protect something. It's a whole fucking thing on Metal Gear Solid. But
Mhm.
my interesting thought would be because they send Snake in there to kill Boss, to stop this, because she's a traitor, she has to die. We find out that she wasn't a traitor. She actually was doing it for the U.S., but she knew if she got killed by Boss, it could justify uh, like a lot of the things. It could justify um, like the war and shit like that. It wouldn't have to be a huge cover up. It could just be like, well, she was a traitor and we killed her. Everything's solved. Tensions are gone in between because this is post World War II, Cold War.
Right.
Um, so killing her would essentially solve everyone's issues. But obviously, Snake has to kill his mentor. I want to be like, hey, what if he sided with her instead? And he goes, no, because this would lead to this and this and this, and I could see the outcome already. Versus,
Interesting.
hey, let's side with her.
Mhm.
Let's see, let's do what we need to do. We'll never launch a nuke with this thing. We'll just use it as the threat of, hey, we can do it. Your
Mhm.
country's not safe no matter where you are, type shit. um, use that to
Interesting.
employ world peace, and like solidify, the world and shit like that. Like, yeah, I can see that because
Right.
with everything that comes out of that, like, yeah, bad shit happens.
Mhm.
you know, Man on Fire comes back, children or a child in a straight jacket who wears a gas mask and got psychic powers. There's games all over the
What
place.
a crazy fight. Oh
Yeah,
my
that game's
god.
insane. All
Interesting.
of them
Okay.
are.
Yeah, my first instinct was Star Wars too,
Yeah,
just because I feel like it's, again, it's so notorious. Like every time you watch Revenge of the Sith, you're like, please don't. Like, don't do it.
every
Like,
time, man.
come on.
Or episode 6 where he's talking to him, and what if he decides then and there, like, hey, we're
Yeah.
gonna kill the emperor now.
Oh man, it's so tough. But I feel like another one would be like God of War Ragnarok. If Atreus chooses to stay in uh
Yggdrasil or not
no,
Yggdrasil,
uh
fucking the tree.
no, no,
Oh, in Midheim,
no.
and then he goes
Odin's
to he goes to
the
Asgard.
Asgard. Jeez,
Brain
brain
is
is
not
not
working.
braining.
I
Holy
kept thinking of
shit.
the one from Skyrim, which is like Sovngarde. I was like,
Oh, okay.
Sovngarde? I was like, what the
Uh,
fuck? That's
so
not right.
I think it would be interesting if he chose to stay and learn from Odin longer and never go back until he
Yeah,
figured out a way to save his father. But in that time period, Odin would slowly, just over like a long period of time, turn Atreus
yeah,
and just kind of like show him why everything he's doing might be right. And I think it could be cool to lead to like an end battle between them. I thought that's how the game was going to end. I thought you were going to have to
I,
fight
I
Atreus.
I told you how I thought the game was gonna end. I thought that legitimately, like the first like 2 hours of the game, they were gonna pull a Last of Us 2 and
Oh, kill
kill
Kratos.
Kratos, and then you play as Atreus. You slowly, like throughout the course of the game, you advance, so you become
Mhm.
older and shit. So like first 2 years or whatever, after that you'll do this, and then after you slowly get better and better, and eventually you do become
That's right. I
Loki,
remember our
and
conversation. Yeah, you're like,
yeah,
Thor's going to just mash his head in or something.
yeah,
Like,
that's what I really thought, and I think since they got such an like gut reaction in Last of Us 2, even though a lot of
yeah.
people didn't like it, but it was so visceral. I think that's something they probably could have done, and it would have been justified. You
Oh,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying? With Kratos, like even more so. So it's like, you
Yeah.
know,
I mean, that moment in that fight when Thor knocks you out and he's like, oh no, we're not done yet. That even then was like,
yeah, dude, that shit was
that gave
so
you like a
good, man.
glimpse of, oh, okay, this isn't going to be easy.
I'm so glad I
Man.
got to play that game finally last year, man.
It is.
I was just so busy with work when it came out, and like I just kind of put it to the sideline. I was like, "Fuck, man, I'll never get around to this." And then took all those months off, dude. I beat that game in a week. I put 40 hours in that game in a week, dude.
Yep.
I was
Yep.
was gaming the shit out of that game.
Dude, that game was incredible. That's one of those I didn't want. And that free DLC, like
Yeah,
the roguelike,
yeah.
what an awesome idea. Because the combat in that game is so well done.
It's super satisfying.
It's more satisfying as a roguelike to me than a normal roguelike because the combat is so fun. It's like, oh yeah, I'll play this 12 times. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
It's
And that
so
speech at the end, yeah, the game is so good, man.
man, what a great game. I
The
love
game
it.
was great.
I was thinking the other day, growing up and whatnot, they tell you like, oh, find your passion and whatnot. Find out what you want to do. They have you apply to colleges, senior year or junior year. Like, oh, what do you want to go and drop tens of thousands of dollars on, even though you haven't done it yet?
Yeah.
Like, you should just know what you want to do, right? And I think it's so funny that you usually don't figure out that you're passionate about it until you're good at it.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's like, oh yeah, I shot my first basketball. I'm passionate about like, no. You feel that after you've been playing for a while, you get good. You realize like, oh, this is really enjoyable.
Because in the process of getting good, it allows you to spend time with that thing, to really understand it for what it is.
So in order to find your passion, you got to try a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
Like that's why, again,
Anal.
I mean, I'm not a lawyer.
I anal.
I just, man, the more I think about it, it's so broken.
Oh yeah.
Like, yeah, go to college. Sign up for 4 years of doing this thing that hopefully you like. And I mean, we've met people. Oh, I have a bachelor's and blah, blah, blah. You're not doing anything with it. And it costs you, 60, 80 grand. That's insane. Man, try stuff, people. You want to go to college? Go to some cheap community college and take a bunch of different classes to expose you to something.
Mm-hmm.
And then if it doesn't require a degree, what you want to do, don't go get a degree. Yeah, it's wild. I saw some of like the horror stories of. I just read an article. I think it was on like Yahoo Finance, and they posted a bunch of screenshots of people with student loans.
Mm.
And this one lady's like, I've been paying it for 11 years, and the principal's gone down like $1,000. And just seeing some of this is crazy.
That's a trap, man.
It's a trap. Listen to Admiral Akbar.
Is that before or after he blows up?
Both. That gives you perspective.
Admiral Sackbar.
Admiral Lackbar because he was lacking the inside.
Admiral Macbar because he hits on the ladies.
Oh man, yeah, man, it really is. And seeing, oh God, and it's funny too because a lot of people are, it's the student loan providers, or
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's the college's fault. It's like, no, it's not. It's the fact that the government says we'll cut a check no matter how big it is.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't they raise prices? If you know instead of charging 10 grand a year that the government will pay you 100 grand a year, why wouldn't you raise prices? They're saying we will pay regardless of how much it is. Duh.
Yeah, people forget colleges used to be free.
Yeah.
Because if you were and that's why your Harvards, your Yale, your Princetons are so like renowned because they would only take the best of the best.
Mm-hmm.
Even if your grades were like lowish, but you were like, hey, this guy was a mechanical, savant, genius, whatever, they go, yeah, we'll take you. Because when you get famous and you build this, and when they go, oh yeah, he has a blank from Harvard. He has his mechanical engineering degree from Harvard.
He's a Harvard alumni. That's
exactly,
always
and that makes a school look good and shit.
Yep.
And then that type of funding is its own thing. Because if somebody knows the best people go to Harvard, I want to put money into Harvard because I want them to come work for me. That's how it works.
Yeah.
It's
sad, man. You know what's what's more impressive, at least to me when I hear it, than like a Harvard degree
Mhm.
is when somebody says, "I have a pension." Because I think
Yeah.
now pensions are down to like 11% of companies. Like they're
Mhm.
so rare. And so anytime I hear like a company, oh yeah, they have like a 401k and a pension, I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Like, wow.
Yeah. I feel like that's only in sectors like I don't know. It would all be private. That I don't think there's a single government job where you get a pension. you know.
Yeah. I mean, most government jobs do have good benefits, but
Yeah.
I know it's usually like unionized jobs. Actually, you know what? No. There are some government jobs that give pensions. My buddy works for the county
Mm.
up in our hometown and he's got a pension.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I know like Delta Dental, they have pensions. So there's a few out there, but man, I'm always like, dang, so you can just retire, fund your
You know
401k,
what's
your IRA,
you know
and
what's
then you
even
get a
more
pension.
rare than that?
But I was trying to think of a joke. Go for it.
Fucking the Christmas bonus.
Mm.
I saw somebody uh, that said that the other day, and I go, "Fuck, you're right.
Yep.
I've only ever gotten one Christmas bonus in my life. It was
Yep.
$100. I'm like, hey, that's crazy.
Yep. I I've gotten one. It was at my last company.
Yeah.
I think well, yeah. Well, yeah. Like my current company gives annual bonuses
Hmm.
depending on your position. But
Yeah.
like specifically like hey, Christmas is coming up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
No,
feel
I
like that
mean,
is.
like, on top of everything you get throughout the year, you get a Christmas bonus as well. You know,
Yeah. That is nice. And it's something
because again,
so
that's when companies actually like had things to do with excess profit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Now it's
You
a lot of
know,
like stock buyback
it-
and
yeah, it went into pensions, it went into 401ks, it went into uh, making things better. Lunches and shit, more better equipment, better supplies. Now we see how it works.
I think companies are starting to get it slowly though. They're not getting it
Uh,
fast enough. There's
I
not
never
enough
trust a
companies.
corpo rat.
Like there's not enough companies out there that take care of their employees. There are some. Like again, I when I first started at my current company, I'm like, "Oh, okay, so this is what people are talking about."
This is kind of how it's supposed to
Yeah, I'm
be.
like, "Okay, this is nice." Like I don't feel under the gun. Like the headquarters, they've got like a gym, they've got like a game room, they've got like stocked, food and catered and
Yeah,
whatnot, like private space. Super nice. I'm like, okay, so this is what they talk about. And there's not enough of that.
no,
Like you think of like, oh, Google. Yeah, awesome. Super hard to get hired there. The more companies need to try and navigate towards there. Obviously, if you're not as big as Google, fine, but like take care of your employees. If they feel
because
taken
it's been
care of,
proven.
they're
You know,
going to output more.
yeah, studies have 100% shown that the better and more conductive you can get your office space to be, the more functional your employees will be.
Yeah.
You know, nobody's under the gun. There's little stress. You know what I'm saying? You take care of them. They don't have to worry about food when they come in. They don't have to worry about, whatever. Like, people will go above and beyond to do that because you're taking care of them.
Yeah.
It's almost as if reciprocation is a fucking thing. It's like, it's
Yeah.
crazy to think about, man.
If all your employees dread coming to work
Yeah.
and relish the moment they clock out, you're not going to get the most out of them. But if you make it feel at least somewhat like a second home,
Yeah.
like, hey, come talk to each other. You can be comfortable here. Here's, again, snacks and comfortable chairs or whatever, free coffee, free this, we've got nice break rooms that you can come and relax or whatever. There's a
Hmm.
gym. Like,
Doctors,
yeah,
you
it
know,
doesn't take a whole lot,
no.
you know, good health benefits.
Because with like as big as these fucking buildings are nowadays, you could easily fit, you know, people in there. And oh yeah, we got 30 floors of office space. Take 5 of that. Make it places for them. Spread them
Mhm.
out throughout the floor so people know, hey, 10th floor, 15th floor, so on and so forth, we know there's spaces for us down there.
Yeah.
You know, you're never too far away from taking a mental break.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But again, they're starting to learn just very, very slowly.
Yeah.
And it sucks. It really
Yeah.
sucks.
I don't know if you saw that as well, because it's funny you talk about Google, the shit it's happening with the AI.
How the answers they're generating aren't
Yeah,
correct.
yeah. So like, you type something like I used it the other day. I was asking like for I was looking for the Dokkan wiki.
Mm-hmm.
I typed it in Dokkan wiki. It's like, oh, Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battles. Like, I didn't ask for this shit, bitch. I just wanted to go to the wiki.
Yeah, the first result is now AI.
Yeah. I was like, because I've used it before, the Google one specifically for like some D&D stuff. Like, oh, I need a name of this. You just give me like a goofy name with that, and be like, oh yeah, here's the Nut Grabber 32. It's like, yes, my favorite D&D character, the Nut Grabber.
Oh God.
I don't know who the 31 before him were, but I would like to know.
It's only got 10 HP, but it's got an insta-kill attack.
Motherfucker is dangerous, man. He's like a tick. He just grab on you, give you Lyme disease. It'll kill you. It'll kill you, but take 20 years. I just imagine him going up like the Kung Fu Panda, just going up to each ball, just going skadoosh, skadoosh, just like poof, poof, exploding.
Oh man, that's great. Oh, but yeah, I did see that, and now they're having to like overhaul and halt some of the answers and whatnot.
Yeah, because the one that I saw was like, oh, my pizza toppings keep sliding off my pizza. What do I do? It's like, oh, use some food safe glue. It's like, bruh, what the or like non-hazardous
let it
glue.
cool.
Yeah, non-hazardous glue or something like that. Because apparently from what I've been reading is that they used Reddit to train the API.
No.
Which trains the AI or whatever. I'm like,
dude, Reddit is a cesspool.
Yeah. I only go there because like it's just a more consolidated version of shit I like.
Yeah, and Reddit's like for fun or memes.
Yeah.
Like you don't brother.
brother, Guys, videos are great.
Oh God, what are we doing?
What are we doing?
How y'all doing?
What are you doing?
If you like what we're doing, go down there and subscribe and comment.
Ooh.
What would you change about Anakin's downfall? What would you change?
Another
about
one that
some
came to mind
character?
was I haven't seen the show all the way, so I know I'm missing some context, but The Sopranos.
Oh, I've never watched it.
Yeah,
I know
I've only seen.
Hey, what are you doing here?
The gabagoo.
Yeah.
And,
Did you? You sent me that video, right?
Which one? I sent you guys so many TikToks.
My girlfriend's outside the shower listening to me do my Sopranos.
Hey, where's the fucking gabagoo? She's like sitting in the mirror, just like starts crying. Hey, where's the fucking gabagoo? This shit's great, dude. Yeah, that shit is so funny, man. I send you and Alcatar so many fucking TikToks, man. Just so fucking many, dude. It's ridiculous.
There's just so, dude. I don't know what it is. I'm enjoying SpongeBob more the more I see it.
Yeah. You've been sending me a lot of those,
dude.
You've been sending me a lot of those because the jokes make sense now. It's how I felt when I watched Futurama as a kid, and I didn't understand a single thing. Right now, I rewatched it a couple years ago. I understand maybe like 14%, and that's good enough.
Yep.
Like it just hits different enough now.
Man, they slide in so many good adult jokes in SpongeBob.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, man, or just so like just dry wit that you miss as a kid. And it's because I'm gonna get to the bottom of this thing. You mean the top?
Yeah. I'm telling you, man. Humor is so basic that like we need to study how. Well, I guess we kind of did, but just need to study fucking why some shit is so funny when it shouldn't be.
I
It's like
think it's
you're being reverse like osmosis, man. I don't know how to say that it makes sense, but that's just what it feels like.
have you
It's like
seen that?
just by being in the presence of a joke that's not funny, it eventually becomes funny. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's
I don't know.
it's like it's so bad. The thought of how bad it is makes it funny.
Yeah.
It's like that clip of KSI reacting to the loaf of bread that just falls over, and as soon as it falls, he
Uh,
starts laughing. I'm like,
yeah.
I get it.
I
Like watching
understand,
that, it
man.
shouldn't be funny, but it's funny.
No, I'm laughing about it now. God damn it. I don't know why.
Oh, man, humor is so good.
Yeah.
Like, especially if you're the type of person who just if you're welcome, like if you're welcoming comedy, like I'm always looking for something to laugh at.
Hmm.
Like regardless of the situation, like if I can find some sort of joy out of it, it's such a good way to live, man.
Yeah.
Like why do anything else? You know?
Like there's a certain humor that life just comes with on the daily. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That like again, when you're younger, you don't understand it. It doesn't make sense to you. You know what I'm saying? But as you get older, you just understand. Like, man, life is funny like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you just think about it, you just go, yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
You know, I always decide to bring joy. You know, I like to make people laugh. It's just one of my things. So
Yeah.
that's just
And
how I am.
it's such an easy way to better the people around you or better like life
Absolutely,
around you. It's
dude.
like it doesn't cost
Yes.
anything. It's,
No.
man, you share like a funny story or whatnot. You get people laughing. Like, there you go.
Dude, that's how I am when we're sitting to clock in for work and we're waiting to clock out. Like, talk about everyone's day. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's getting invited to the conversations. I'm cracking jokes. Hey, that thing you mentioned 2 weeks ago, bam, it's a joke now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like one of the ladies called one of the Mexican guys whose last name is Gonzalez Cruz, and I just keep calling him Cruz because it's funny. You know,
Yeah.
and because I have a I don't see it like that, but I have a female last name as a man.
Oh, I see.
You know, and I told him a story about when I was supervising how uh, when I people would look for me and they didn't know who I was, they'd call me Miss Lindsay, Mrs. Lindsay.
Uh
You know, because normally, at least for security and some other jobs, we go by last name.
right.
You know, so like my last name is Lindsay, so on the schedule it says Lindsay. So when people come looking for me, not knowing who I am, oh, is Miss Lindsay in? I'm looking for Supervisor Lindsay. Is she around? And I come out like, yeah, this Lindsay.
Oh,
A grown man. you know.
this is like the only time that I refer to you by your first name. Oh, no, I don't
Yeah.
have to anymore. But
Yeah, yeah.
like, or I'd tell a story about, oh, my buddy Lindsay. But, huh? I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
it's his last name.
Yeah, he's a
Uh,
grown man. He's about
yeah.
3 times the size of any normal human on the planet, so don't worry.
I'm like, he's like fucking 7'5". Like,
Yeah.
dude's huge. But it's always funny. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's easier at this point to go by last
Yeah.
name. It just feels so much more natural.
Mhm. I agree.
I don't know. Yeah. You know? Uh Comedy. Jesus. My brain, man. I'm 2 cups of coffee down, but I feel like I'm dragging
Damn.
a little bit. Yeah. I know.
I
I
mean,
need
to
to
be fair, I got like 3 hours of sleep last night, 4 hours of sleep last night. So
dang. I know. I
we
need one
good,
more
man.
cup. And then oh my god. So when we went and saw Furiosa, we went to that like it's like a luxury, no kids
Oh, the one
theater after 5. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
The one right near here.
Oh, that's a good place.
Oh, it's fantastic. And, we got there like an hour and a half early. Wanted to have some drinks, eat, just kind of chill out.
Oh wait, did you eat at the theater or did you eat just like around there?
No, I ate at the theater because
Okay.
they have that bar inside and then you can order food straight to there.
Yeah.
I'm like, how's the Nashville hot chicken sandwich? And he's like, really good. Because they got a full kitchen back there. So I'm like, all right, let's do that. It comes
That's
with a
high
Caesar
praise,
salad.
man. It better be good.
I know because like I've had good sandwiches and I love my Nashville hot chicken. So I'm like, all right, let's do it. Brings it out. This thing's on a brioche bun.
Ooh.
I'm like, okay. And salad looks good. Like the presentation looks great. And I take that first bite. I'm like, oh, it's hot, but it
So
doesn't
this is what
taste
it is.
artificially hot.
And that's my
It's like,
problem. I was gonna
it's,
say that's the number one problem I have with these places, man.
yeah. Like there was because I was expecting, Dave's Hot Chicken or like Angry Bird or angry
Angry
chicks.
chicks.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's hot. This was different. It was like natural hot. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, this
Because
is
with the other shit,
incredible.
you could taste like the capsaicin. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? You could taste that it's not like there's no flavor profile in there. It's just heat.
Mhm. Yeah, you
And you
know
know what I'm
that they
saying?
like sprinkled the stuff on top
Yeah, this
right
this is
before they
my
threw it out.
problem. This is my problem with like a lot of that shit is like people say you don't like hot food. It's like, no, I love hot food. It just has to taste good.
Yeah.
It just can't be hot for the sake of being hot. That doesn't taste good.
Yeah, that's pointless.
You know, give me the profile of that pepper. Give me the every single piece of thing that accompanies that. The flavor. That's what I want.
Yeah.
You
Dude,
know.
it was really good. And it
Yes.
had
That.
that like the sauce and the coleslaw and the
Yeah.
pickles.
It's gotta
Dude,
have it.
I'm like, all right, we gotta go next movie. Like you gotta come with us. It's so good.
Yeah.
And then they had like a drink specifically for Furiosa. I got that. It had some fireball in it. So it tasted like a stick of big red gum. So that was nice.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nothing like drinking gum.
Yeah. I was drinking heat. I was eating heat. And then when I poop later, it's gonna feel it
Oh,
coming
say
back.
you watch some Heat.
Oh yeah, damn. See, I missed it. My brain's not braining.
Come on, man. You're supposed to lock it in.
I'm trying. It's Patrick. The gears are starting to try and turn.
Oh, I was thinking of Green Goblin from the first Spider-Man movie. He's just like
Oh,
brain locking in, Goblin taking over.
cramp.
Oh shit. Yeah, you're dehydrated is what it is. You need some water is what it sounds like.
Yeah, I've been sipping on water. I did just do the steps. I got my steps in, and I'll put the incline up, and I was walking pretty fast, so I definitely got a lot of sweat out. So I need to
Dude,
hydrate in the next few
I
hours.
swear to God, I think I lost like 8 pounds of water over the fucking week, dude.
I am.
I just been sweating so good. I mean, I've been drinking it too,
yeah.
dude, but I just been fucking sweating.
Yeah, it's been getting a lot hotter, which sucks.
Yeah. Luckily, this weekend was cool. We cooled down a little bit, but yeah, we're getting back up there, and I'm just like, ooh.
No bueno. I've been having every time I walk the pups, I'm like sunscreen because I know it's even if it's like 10 minutes, I'll come back.
Listen.
Like, dude, yeah.
That's what that is, man.
How y'all feeling about the heat? Or heat
Does it
meat?
touch your meat?
I was thinking of the sandwich.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. The sandwich. Yeah, summertime.
We're getting
Warm.
some fried chicken after this.
Oh, it's funny. Bro, what the fuck are we on? I just had some Korean fried chicken before we started.
Hey, we're on the same brain.
Dude, we're sharing the cell today. I think
Yep.
that's what it is. I think that's
We're just
why we
taking
can't.
turns.
Yeah, just pass it along, man. Just...
Oh, good. This is what is it? Quantum entanglement. Our brains are entangled.
Yeah, it's circly united, sharing the Higgs boson particle in our brain.
That's why, like, when you have moments where you can't think of anything, it's because the other person's like on the toilet straining, taking all the effort.
It's just, oh God, why does it smell? It's so warm.
No.
That's how you know a laugh is good, man. When you get the cramp going.
Oh yeah. Or you cramp like in your core because after you've been laughing, like a comedy show, man.
Yeah.
So good.
It's just to be keeled over, just like, oh God, it hurts. That's why it hurts to breathe. You're like, that's good.
Yeah, that's a good time. That's the best times in life. Like when you're laughing so hard, your mouth hurts because you've been smiling, and yeah, that's good times.
Good times.
But let us know what you think, folks. What do you think of heated meat sandwiches and Furiosa?
Are you a weirdo who gets a cold sub sandwich and then puts it in the microwave? Because if so, get some help.
Ew.
I know a guy.
What? So he doesn't toast it.
No. Puts it in the microwave. And he says to me, no meat should be cold. And I go, I'm done with you.
Then why not get it toasted at the place? The microwave is it's going to make all the veggies mushy. It's going to make the bread mushy.
No veggies. He doesn't get veggies. He doesn't like mayonnaise. Doesn't like mustard. Doesn't like pickles. It literally is just meat and cheese.
You're missing out, man. I mean, I used to be the same way when I was like 8, but then I like
That's what I'm
tried
saying.
stuff.
I used to be that when I was like 3, and my dad was
Yeah,
like, "Eat this." I was like,
yeah,
"All right," and then it changed my life.
dude. Like you cook up. I used to be like veggies. You wouldn't catch me eating any veggies unless it was broccoli with a bucket of cheese on top. Now you cook some good veggies. Like it's simple, like broccoli. Salt, pepper, some chili flakes, with some like avocado oil. Grill it up. I mean, come on.
That's it.
You're missing out. But on a sandwich, yeah, some lettuce, some like red onions, and then I mean, depending on what the meat is, the pickles can be on there, but like then some good sauce,
Mm.
toast it up. But microwaving it makes everything mushy. Like,
Listen, I've tried to have conversations with this person about their food and eating habits, and I stopped after I learned that they put cold turkey sub in the microwave. That's when I stopped because I was like, there is no helping this person. This is above my pay grade. I am not, because if they tell me something worse, I might just kill them. You know what I'm saying? Like that's literally what it might just become.
they need to get an air fryer. That's a healthy alternative.
Dude,
That'll get the sandwich toasted.
I want some more of that Korean fried chicken.
Dude, you know what? I want those little pork buns from the
Bonchon.
place. Yeah.
Oh, those things are so good, man.
I could eat like 15 of those.
Fucking those things.
Mm.
Pork belly, man. The slaw and that
Yeah.
nice like
Juice,
ooh,
whatever that sauce is, it just be dripping
yeah.
out. Mm.
Mm.
Yeah, brother. Mm.
Brother. Mm. Yeah.
Uh,
Fucking DLC for Destiny 2 drops in like 10 days.
hell yeah.
So that should be fun.
God, I haven't touched Destiny in a long time. I still update it though. I keep it updated.
Yeah.
I'm like, one of these days I'm gonna hop back in. I'm gonna do all the stories.
Dude, I should have sent it to you, man, but they had all that shit for like super cheap. It was like $40 for all the DLCs and shit.
Because I think the last one that I'm missing is the green
Lightfall.
power.
Yeah, Strand, yeah,
Yeah,
Lightfall.
yeah. Anything from that
It's
forward,
good.
I'm missing.
It's a great power for all three of the classes.
Yeah, I
For
remember we did
Warlocks,
the
a little less
first.
so, but
I remember we did the first
oh
mission,
yeah,
and I'm
yeah,
like, okay,
yeah.
that's sweet. But
Yeah.
yeah, so that's gonna be good. And then, dude, I'm really excited. I know the whole pricing bullshit, Star Wars Outlaws, whatever.
Mm. Dude,
The game looks
I
dope.
was going through it's a subreddit.
Mhm.
Uh and it was supposedly leaked shots of like a Death Trooper or a Dark Trooper from
Mhm.
Outlaws, but oh, there it is. There's a photo. Ooh, that's a good looking. Oh no, that is a Death Trooper. Yeah, Death Trooper. Yeah. So
Looking good.
yeah, that's good. I don't know
I
the context of the scene, but
mhm.
that shit looks kind of fucking heat. Not gonna lie.
I'm excited. Like I said, the whole pricing thing, yeah, that sucks. Paying for early access and like $50 extra for all the whatever. Sucks. Still looks awesome.
Yeah.
And now you can pre-order Warhammer Space Marine 2.
Dude, I was funny because I was gonna ask you about that. I was gonna ask if you saw that, dude.
Oh, dude.
I'm so excited.
Yeah. Now that's a day one hopping in with the
Yeah,
boys.
because
Like,
I was gonna say I'm not buying Outlaws day one. I'm gonna
oh,
wait because, as with every single Ubisoft title, it eventually goes on sale. The Gold Edition or the Deluxe Edition, Ultimate Edition goes on sale for like half off, 80% off, like 5-6 months later. So I'll
yeah.
wait. Same thing with
The other one.
what's up, brother? Same thing with what's I can't remember what the fuck I was gonna say.
There's another
Assassin's
one.
Creed.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Something with that. Looks interesting. I probably will enjoy it.
Oh my god, that whole discourse is just crazy. So dumb.
Oh, man.
So dumb. Did you see that like Asmongold clip? He's like, that's not realistic at all. I'm like,
Yeah.
the brain rot has gotten to him.
Oh, it's not Brandon, my friend. It's just racism.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
Oh no, it was talking about the female character
Yeah.
and like not
Again.
being able to fight off like 3 dudes. I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, you're jumping off like mile high buildings and you're safe from landing in a bay of or like a hail bay. Bay hail. Bay. A bale
Hay
of
hay
hay.
bale.
That's it.
Hay
That's
bale.
it. Jesus.
Bale hay.
It's
My
a word
man's
for the
brain is
day.
going sicko mode.
Yeah. It's like nothing about these has ever been realistic. Calm down.
No.
It's
But again, realism doesn't stop people from being racist or being
Yeah.
sexist.
Yeah.
So
I-
don't forget, these are the same guys that are playing certain races in Skyrim, certain races in Oblivion, certain races in World of Warcraft because it doesn't, it's not fitting, it's not this, it's not that. Like, just is how it is, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So
that one looks good. For both Outlaws and Assassin's Creed, I'm just gonna do I'm gonna pay for like 2 months of the membership.
Oh, the Ubisoft.
Yeah, because that's what I
Suck
did
and
with
fuck. What's it called?
Yeah, Ultra Plus monthly,
Plus Ultra?
Gamma something. I don't know what
Gamma
it is.
1, Gamma 2.
But that's what I did for which one was on there? Oh,
Was it Mirage?
no. The other one. Prince of
Avatar.
Persia, The Lost Crown.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god. 100% worth it, but like 1 month was $17 and I beat the game.
I really wanted to pick up that fucking Avatar game too. It actually looks decent.
I've heard decent things. Like it's definitely the Far Cry like shell in terms
Listen,
of
which is fine.
things.
Look at 30 fucking gold edition, $60. Price of the regular game. This shit just came out in December, dude.
Yep. Low patience goes a long way, folks.
Yeah. So if I wanted it, I could just grab it right now. I might get it right now.
Hey, if you do, stream it, whether on Twitch or on Discord, so I can watch.
Oh, I had an idea that I was gonna run by you. That if it would be funny, I might do it. We'll see though.
Tell me.
Yeah,
Oh, you can tell me. Oh, okay.
Yeah. This would be something.
All right. Well, let us know, folks. You playing Assassin's Creed Shadow? Yeah, Shadow.
Yeah. Are you racist?
If you are, don't be.
Get the fuck out.
How about that? Do or do not. There is no try. Do not be.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pretty simple.
It's a golden rule, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. Do not do shitty things.
And shitty thing will not be done unto ye.
Probably.
Both of these tonight.
I love those words of quote, and it's like some historian. Probably.
Yeah. Probably, yeah.
Einstein, possibly.
Theoretically, yes.
What do you think of the new overlay? You liking how it's looking? Didn't have to introduce ourselves. If there's any ideas? What should we do for like Halloween or Christmas or something?
Oh, Christmas.
Yeah,
Snoop Dogg's birthday. This is what we celebrate.
We'll throw on some candy canes and we'll do like a peppermint mocha martini or something. We'll get Mick Crunky.
Sounds fancy.
Yeah, we will be there with Christmas. I don't know where I was going with that, but let us know. Enjoy episode 37, folks. And we'll see you in the next one. Yeah.